And we're live. Who's jumping up on panel? Chris, Nampson, Alpha. We are live for ATRL After Party that Nampson hosted on his channel today. Because Alpha was busy. Where are my guests at? Guess they're all pooping and complaining in the chat. Oh, wait a minute. I may not have posted the link. Let me go back. Am I here? Is there a echo or not? What's up? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can now.
Sweet.
What up? What up? Yeah, I was sitting there going, I wonder why nobody's coming up here. And then I went, oh shit, I never posted the link in the chat to join.
I was gonna snap. You're like, yeah, they're all pooping. I'm like, I'm right here, motherfucker. Where's the link?
Y'all rubbed off on me. I got high without actually being high.
That's right. Get contact high, motherfucker.
Right? What up, Chris?
What's chiseling in the hizzle?
Not a whole lot.
Never say that again, Chris.
Well, I did say something, okay? And I couldn't think of anything else. I didn't want to say what's Gucci again for the third time tonight.
Could have been like, hey, how's it going?
That's too common.
Yo,
I
what
strive-
happened?
You followed your dreams. What can I say?
I strive to not be average.
There's Jiminator. Hey, Dan, what's up?
Jim?
Welcome to the after party, Dan. I'm assuming your son did not decide to go live. That's why you were here.
What up, Tyler?
What up,
Hello.
Alpha?
Hello.
Hello.
You look tired.
Bro, I am tired.
I bet. Been working your ass off, huh?
Yeah.
I'm
For real.
surprised Jiminator's still awake.
Me too.
Say
And we're all
Jim,
surprised he is.
See him, he's not actually awake. He's just, he's in an altered state.
It's somewhere between light and dark, alive and dead.
I'll be okay.
He's on autopilot. I'm about to start eating these cookies.
That's cool, Dan. I'm glad you could show up and hang out and chill.
La. Yeah.
Yeah. Did that one weirdo stop doing weirdo stuff?
For today, Dan's driving. He said that yeah, he didn't go live, so Dan could take the night off.
Oh.
His little groupie.
So what's up, guys?
Not much.
Yo,
Just chilling.
Nap had me rolling, dog. When I tell y'all, like, I've not laughed that hard in so fucking long, man. Like,
Well, when he first started
when
the
you
stream,
crim
or
up the
just
smoke.
yeah.
Oh no, like the whole time the energy was lit, but like that opening and everything, like when I showed
Oh
up
yeah.
to the stream, first of all, I wasn't expecting my whole like overlay and everything. And then homie like actually like did the whole like 15 minutes on the starting soon, and then but the best part was Nampy getting hype and like, what the fuck is ATRL without alcohol? And I'm just like,
And the
bro,
smoke machine had me dying too.
I was like, we were out like when it started, you know, and I'm like, I'm dying in the restaurant, like I got the volume up and like I'm just laughing, and you can see everybody like just staring at me. I'm like, fuck y'all. This shit's cool.
It was definitely fun.
Shit was too good.
Yeah, that fucking. It's funny because the fog machine. I almost threw that out when I moved because I'd never use it, and like, the stream was literally like live and the countdown was happening, kind of thing. The music was playing. I was like, "Oh right, I have that fucking fog machine," and so I ran over to my garage, started ripping through shit, and I'm like, "I found it. I don't have any fluid. I'll pour water in it. Fuck it." Worked like a charm.
It was definitely fun.
Bro, you had the whole truck rolling because I backed it up. I was like, "Yo, watch this," and he goes, "That's exactly how you act on your streams." And I'm like,
And I mean, if anybody could do that though, it's Nampson. I think he's like the only one besides maybe Tech that could imitate you, Alpha.
It was
I'm
so
not gonna
good.
lie. I had planned on going to the store and buying a fake beard and buying a blank hat and getting Mises put across it. I was gonna go all out, but I didn't have the time.
Right?
So
Yeah, that's what everybody was talking about in the chat. But while you were in the loading screen, they were wondering if you were going to show up with the beard and the Mises hat and everything else.
Yeah, if you ever give me another Thursday, that'll be yes.
Yeah, that was really fun.
I mean, as fun as it was, it might need to be like a once a month thing.
It was good. It was fun for me. I just like,
Thanks, Dan.
man, I was just
It's like rediscovering Tyler for the very first time again.
well, that's the thing. Like, I usually don't get to watch it, and I know like it's just boring for me anyway. But like, I don't know, that shit was hilarious to me.
I'm glad I could.
I mean, to me, it was like the old Johnny Carson's when he'd have somebody come and guest host for the night.
Yeah.
I was like, I
That's
have
the way
to
it
ham
felt.
it up.
Right?
Hey, chat. More cilantro?
Yes, cilantro.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Dan says, why does alphatyler look like he's been trying to sell condos as a pyramid scheme all day?
I don't know.
I believe it.
You know, I mean, I gotta make money somehow, dog.
Right? Right?
You
Can't
think
knock
these
the
bills
hustle.
getting paid out here? Come on.
Can't knock the hustle.
Can't knock the hustle.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's been fun tonight. As it is every Thursday night.
Yeah, facts.
I also put the link to your channel in the description, Alpha.
Oh, you mean that dead channel that hasn't posted shit in a week?
Well,
Fall to the wayside of the algorithm, peasant.
Falling to the wayside. 1 week and they took me down, boys.
A barren wasteland of its former glory.
Well, that part's actually true.
And justice for our truth.
YouTube really
You don't
does
want a
make your
condo,
channel
Dan?
if
I'm in Tennessee right now. You sure you don't want me to swing over?
And Dan's on the road. I think he's taking Amy back home.
Oh shit! You might actually be near me then.
Yeah, or he's going to a concert. I don't remember.
Oh, I have a milkshake still.
Because I know Lori's supposed to be in Nashville soon for something.
Like now soon? Like around
Yeah,
now?
like around now soon. Yeah. She had said that she was going to Nashville for a family get together and was meeting up with a couple of people at the airport for about a half hour before she went to the family get together.
Motherfuckers, I've been in Nashville for a week. Ain't nobody want to stop in and say hi?
Well, she's not stopping in to say hi to anybody. They're stopping in at the airport to meet with her.
Oh, okay.
Excuses is what that sounds like. A whale biologist. I calls them like I sees them.
You C-section them like you see them.
Man.
Well, that's not what I said, but sure.
Look at this smut. Look at this. Hold up. Where's it? There it is. Look at this smut. When have y'all ever seen me drink water out of a bottle? Okay. Like,
Yeah, you're usually fancy enough to put it in a glass or something.
no, I drink it out of the gallon jug. What the fuck have you been watching?
Your coldest water videos.
I mean, I like their stuff.
Hashtag ad.
I only put liquor in those, okay? Like,
Okay.
I can't say that on sponsored videos because they won't let me, but like the facade is up. It's always liquor.
with maybe a few ice cubes.
Nah, I mean usually it's a Caribou Lou, so I mean it's pretty cold. I fill it up.
I got you.
And then
I guess you.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm so proud of Jiminator being in a nicely lit room for a live for once.
Jiminator, get out
yeah,
the fucking
Jim,
room
I
and
can
go get
see
your
your
mom.
face.
Jim, go get your mom. Set up a pole in the middle
Bro,
of that room.
my mother is asleep.
Go wake her ass up and tell her to get the fuck in here.
Holy shit, Jiminator has a light on.
See, yeah, I told you.
No, it's wrong, dude.
Or at least go sneak in on her, take a picture, make sure you turn the flash on, get a good picture of her so we can see her, and then come show us.
Actually, you know what? If she's asleep, that's fine. Just take the camera in there and be real quiet.
Have fun, Dan.
We need
I'll
a
tell you
full
what
body camera angle.
Bro,
I'll tell you what to do next. Don't worry about it.
You're so mean, Alpha. You're so mean at times.
bro.
Chris
He's
is like,
"That's my
I'm just
mom."
thankful it's not me.
Nah,
Right?
yeah. I tell everybody like sober me is way worse than like drunk me, man. Like
Mm-hmm. With drunk me, he usually second thinks his intrusive thoughts. With sober him, he just doesn't do anything.
oh yeah, no. Sober, I'm just like I'm just mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like
I feel that. I'm a bully when I'm high too, though,
Hey.
so it's okay. Were you gonna say something, Jiminator?
Yeah, just give me a second. Continue.
I had a friend of mine that was a better driver drunk than he was sober. When he was sober and he was driving, we used to have to wrestle pistols away from him because he wanted to shoot people while he was driving.
That
I used
doesn't
to say
sound
the
like
same
someone
thing.
you should have as a friend.
I know you probably can't see it super well. Look who those two guys are.
That's not a picture of your mother.
No, that's Alpha and Simple.
Yeah, that's not your mom.
Yeah.
That was a waste of my time.
You know what?
I agree.
Okay.
And Dan, actually, that's Jiminator that's gay because he has the picture of Alpha and Simple half naked.
And they're both asleep.
And they're both asleep.
Shit.
Hey, Jim, you
asleep.
take pictures of people while they're sleeping?
I was not asleep.
Oh.
Pretty sure I was on my phone in that picture.
I don't remember. You might have been. Simple looked passed out in the picture.
I mean, we were both pretty toasty, but
yeah,
I don't know if either of us had crossed the threshold into dreamland.
Honestly, I don't think you had maybe a day sober that whole week because of tech.
Y'all see this?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
This is a remote. Look at this. Look at this. Hold up.
Yeah, I don't know if you've heard this, Nampson, but when we went to this Mexican restaurant, and we all bought some beer, right? And so they come with like a big jug. There's like a big jug of like beer.
There's a picture,
and they just put it right on the table, and I'm just like, yeah, I'd like to get a cup. Like, I don't know exactly how it happened, but yeah, I asked for a cup, and they just bring me an entire pitcher. I don't know how it got mixed up.
Only you can manage to order a pitcher.
I know, but it wasn't me. They brought pitchers of beer for everyone else too.
The story that I heard was Tech originally ordered the pitcher. Alpha asked if he could get a glass, and Jiminator said, "Can I get a glass too?" And they brought 2 extra pitchers.
Something like that.
Instead of glasses.
But did you drink all the beer?
Well, of course.
Jim did not.
Good.
No.
Wait, I didn't? I drank
you
most
gave
of
Tilly
it.
half of yours.
He said, of course, with such conviction, and then immediately shut down, then said, wait, I didn't?
You gave Tilly half of it, you lying asshole.
So, yeah, I guess so. That was good though.
Me and Tech finished ours, and then Tilly had to help Jim finish his.
Oh, that's cute, Jim.
I know, right?
He's blushing. Look at him. I can see the blush in that red tone still.
And Jason was about to ask who's the skinny nerd with the beard.
Oh, yeah? Wait. Me?
Yes.
Well, Nancy doesn't have a beard, and I'm not skinny, so like...
A week without alcohol has caused you to lose.
Well, that and again, Alpha's in brightly lit rooms too, instead of being in like the DJ dungeon.
Bro, look at this though. This like I can control the level of light with a remote.
Yep.
This shit's the future, boys.
Really
I got mine on my phone.
Man, I was gonna say, do you not have like smart lighting?
No, I don't.
He lives in Kentucky. Do you think Kentuckians have smart lighting?
Yeah,
that's like asking
Wi-Fi.
That's like asking Mississippians if we have smart lighting.
You do. You 100%, bro. You got Wi-Fi, don't you?
You're failing to realize it's a joke, man. It's a joke.
Okay, I just had to make sure.
Because whenever people hear that I'm from Mississippi, and that's why I was saying is that most people want to go ahead when they hear I'm from Mississippi, deduct 20 IQ points.
Well, no, it's not because you're from Mississippi. It's because I've heard some of the other things that you've said.
I'm not talking about you or anybody that really knows me. I'm talking about in general.
That makes more sense.
Okay, this is annoying because I don't have anywhere to like prop my phone up.
Yeah, it's all good, Jason. If we're still live, we'll have you up.
Did you just shit yourself?
Who farted?
I was about to be like, I like the beanie, man, and then I just heard that.
You're like, never mind.
That's like earlier in HRL, Nampson started huffing down all that bag, and I was like, looked away and looked back, and all I thought was that he was motorboating the bag, going.
I mean, like I looked 1 second, he was starting the bag, and then like I swear I just looked away for a sec, and then it was gone. Shit, what my life
I
for?
killed that shit, man. I fucking
Yep.
just inhaled it all the way through.
Yes, you did.
Breathed out through the nose.
I was watching. I was super confused. I was like, is this man really gonna like just suck the whole bag down at once? Like,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to feel something, anything.
I was impressed. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you.
What up,
It's
Chance?
really a problem.
Hello, Chance.
Hello,
Uh-oh.
Chance.
Sierra just texted me and asked if I was awake. I guess I'm gonna go tell my wife good night.
Phone sex, gotcha.
What's good, gang?
I'll talk to you guys.
Have a good one.
Wait,
Take
you
it easy,
leave?
man. Have a good night.
Hey,
Yeah.
have a good night.
He's not the master of ceremonies. Nampson is.
I'm the king now.
It must be.
I am the captain now.
We dance. We feast. I could really go for a feast right now, actually. Now
Dude, honestly, I'm so fucking hungry, but
A fancy feast?
I don't want to eat.
Yeah, that's literally, I run into that conundrum nearly every night around this time, because this is around when my zoot finally kicks in, but then I'm like, but damn, it's so close to when I should be asleep, and I know you're not supposed to eat within a certain time before you sleep, and then so I'm just like,
Yeah, it's basically like swimming. You don't want to eat an hour before you go to sleep.
man, fuck that. I'll go swimming right after I eat. I ain't worried about cramps.
But it's not for cramp reasons. It's the fact that your body metabolism slows down and you end up producing more fat that way.
Yeah. Well, I don't even mind producing more fat, bro. My metabolism is cracked the fuck out, man. I can't even put on weight. I try. I really do.
And then why work?
Damn, that's what I need, though. I need a faster metabolism.
Atrl. That shit'll jumpstart it into overdrive.
Don't eat an hour before you go to bed, Jiminator. Eat small portions.
Yeah, no, that's
3 times a day.
No, except I only do it once.
Nah, but
It's
for
not
real,
necessarily good, but you know,
if you actually want to crack out your metabolism, though, eat nothing but grilled chicken.
Grilled?
Yep.
No, not like any other chicken.
Just grilled.
I'll try it. Like at this point, like yeah, let's do it.
You can basically, with the leanness of chicken, you can basically eat as much chicken as you want, and as long as it's not like fried or covered in fats and oils and shit,
yeah,
you can just keep eating it, man. So it's like if you like chicken, and I fucking love chicken, man, that shit'll, because it basically will make it so you run out of fat reserve, because there's virtually no fat in chicken.
Yeah. No, we today for dinner we threw we threw a chicken on the smoker, and it was really good.
Well, the smoker's fine too. That's fine as long as you're not like breading it or covering it. Just regularly cooked.
No, like that's one thing I'm really looking out for right now is like carbs. I won't really have any carbs, so
yeah, that's
I'm kind of like doing like the caveman almost. But like not to that extent,
Are you like trying to do like a keto diet?
Well, like kind of like fasting, also like intermittent. So like whatever, it's like the day after.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm kind of doing right now. I did it for like 4 months in 2023, and I lost a decent amount of weight. So I'm just gonna keep doing that.
Hell yeah. That's what's up.
And like it's not like it's not like I'm the biggest guy in the world. Like I'm not like crazy about it, but like I could lose some pounds. So that's what I'm trying to do.
You do whatever makes you feel happy, Geminator. That's all you gotta do, man. Keep following your dreams and living your life the way you want to live it. What up, Mandy?
Hey, Mandy.
All right, y'all. It's been fun as fuck, but I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep. I'll see you gents Sunday.
I too am pretty tired and I'm probably gonna be hitting the hay here. That edible's kicking in for your boy, and I'm ready to kick it. But yee. Have a great night.
Hey, you too, man. Sleep tight.
Yeah, y'all have a great night.
Have a good one. Sorry I was muted because I had to go grab a drink from the living room.
Oh, you good?
Because my folks are still awake, so. But yeah, what I miss, other than everybody dipping, apparently.
Just a conversation about like fasting and like eating grilled chicken.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it, dog.
Was Nampson going to bed, or did he just go to grab something to eat, or what?
No, he went to bed. He went to bed. Him and
okay. I know Chris was. I heard him saying it.
Yeah.
But that's the story of my life. Is everybody ends up heading out whenever it starts getting good.
Yeah, I mean, I know Nampson goes to bed like not like necessarily early, but like earlier than I do. So, I mean, he like.
What up, Dan?
Yep. What's happening now?
Chilling.
I just jumped up here. I see everybody's bailing on you. I was like, oh shit, I'll jump up there for a minute. Say what's up.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm glad you could pop in. Your son gave you the night off.
How many?
Yeah, I'm enjoying the night off.
How many bar fights you get into this week, Dan?
Shit, depends. Are we talking punches or busting bottles and stabbing someone in the neck? It all depends how you phrase the bar fight. What is a bar fight?
So hear me out. All of them put together.
Probably 30. I'm an overachiever when it comes to violence. You know what I mean? If you ain't go big or go home, I say.
All right, Jason.
That one took me for a spin.
Dan been out here, fighting on these YouTube streets for 5 years now.
Who's been fighting on YouTube streets?
You.
Oh, I've been fighting longer than 5 years, folks. More like 10.
I've just known you for the 5.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe 6.
No, am I fighting more normal today than I used to? Yeah, but it's quite entertaining.
Yeah.
Depends on what you're into.
Right. Like I said, when I first met Dan, he used to stay awake for like weeks on end fighting with people on YouTube, and then would finally like burn out and crash for 2 or 3 days and then get back up and do it all over again.
Careful saying that, Jay. The last time you said that, I had to hear that shit blasted for a week.
This was in the old days, yep.
Jay come on my panel and said this very speech, and I had to hear it replayed for a week straight. Dan's friend over there thinks da-da-da-da-da. Here, let me play it for you.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Thanks, Jay.
I forget you do have those stream snipers.
It's comical to me, but it just was funny because, I was like, well, apparently you don't know me and Jay because me and Jay's had this argument for as long as we've ever known each other.
Yeah. Because there's been many a times that we've had to put you in nap time because you fell asleep in a
sleep is something that can be a bitch, I'm telling you. Especially if you suffer like shit like PTSD and shit like that. Yeah, it fucking sucks.
Right.
But I've got that shit under check.
Right. I'm glad you do.
Yeah. Took the doctors long enough to figure it out, but they figured it out, so I'm good now.
Right. But yeah, Jimmy, from a professional cook standpoint, if you want to lose weight, you want to do like 3 small meals a day, high in protein, low in carbs, and low in sugar as well.
Oh, fuck that. If you want to lose lots of weight, just do a lot of fucking.
Well, I mean, that's cardio, and that helps.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. That's how you lose the weight. Beats in there, being on a shitty ass diet and drinking water all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so like I've been eating a lot of chicken and eggs because first off, I love chicken and eggs, but second, apparently they're really good for like weight loss and all that. Yeah, it's good.
Now, when you eat eggs, what are you eating with your eggs?
No, just a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper.
I mean, you don't have like bacon and sausage and pancakes and waffles.
No, not really.
How many eggs?
2. I'll take like 2. Like just 2.
That's reasonable.
2 over
Still
easy
feel like
eggs.
you need to do my diet plan. It's way better. Just saying.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Unfortunately, I'm not in this situation where I can pick up your diet, Dan.
Yeah. That's what they make prostitutes for, though.
Shit. I mean, if I went looking hard enough, I could probably do it. I can't do that either because I'm not rich.
Well, you don't have to be rich. It just changes the standard of prostitute you get.
See, and that's the other thing, Jim Mater. What you need to do is you need to get your band together and start playing live gigs. Pussy will be thrown at you then.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
have to beat them off with a stick.
Chicks like dudes that do music and shit. So yeah, you can use that to your advantage if you work out your game plan.
But for chicks to be coming to me, we going back full circle. I need to lose weight.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Bruh, have you not seen Jelly Roll?
Huge.
Have you not seen Jelly Roll, man? Come on now.
Yeah, that too.
Hey,
and then true. Sam Kinison was a comedian back in the day that was huge, and he had women throwing themselves at him.
Yeah, so it's all in the mindset, man.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's how you carry yourself. Not everybody's got to be fit and shit to have women. You know what I mean? It's just how you carry yourself. It really is.
And actually, it's the same way with women too. You don't have to be fit and everything either. You just have to have that confidence and not be overconfident. That'll attract men.
Yeah, it's not as complicated for women because every dude wants to sleep with them. Right. There's always a dude that wants to sleep with them because dudes want, you know what I mean? So, you know, they don't have to go through the shit we have to go through when it comes to that part at all. Yeah, what's the saying? Women control sex, men control relationships. That's
right.
Kind of the saying.
Because all a woman has to do is be willing, and any man will sleep with them, and just be forthright.
You know, we're giving this mating call out.
Yep. They used to have the joke down here that says, "What's a mating call in Mississippi? I'm so drunk."
No, that's Amy's.
I mean, down here in Mississippi, they used to say that was the mating call for women in Mississippi or Louisiana. The Alabama mating call is this a family reunion?
You know what I was told when I first moved in this small town how to pick up women here? And it's the funniest damn thing, especially at the bars down here in this small town. They said you just walk in, you go out and buy you a wedding ring and slide it on your finger, or you go in and shake a pill bottle. That's how you get women out of the bar.
Yep, I've been told that one too.
Yeah, if you got a wedding ring, they want something to do with you, or you got pills.
And the reason that they're attracted to men with wedding rings is because they think that those men are more stable.
Yeah, women are jealous of other women, so they see you married. You know what I mean? They feel like you got something to offer because some other woman wanted you. You know what I mean? To the point of marriage. So.
Yep. Because some other woman's
throat on that shit. So.
Yep.
It is what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Oh, did I forget to say I'm a bit sexist?
Yeah. It's like the other night in Lori's panel, we were fucking with Spencer, and I was telling him, like, if you want to get laid, Spencer, all you have to do is go hit on the women standing outside the abortion clinic. They've at least put out.
Oh, fuck.
And I got that
after that, I don't think the guy wants anything to do with her. She's single.
But I got that from, Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh, yeah. Go Jay and Silent Bob.
And just jokes, Mandy. Just jokes.
I ain't joking. I'm serious. No, I don't know. I'm just joking.
Yeah. Mandy's the one that alphatyler says took my big toe.
I'd love to see Mandy and Dan argue.
See who argue?
You and Mandy. That shit would be legendary.
Nah, because Dan doesn't really argue. He makes jokes that people take too serious, and then Mandy just loves to argue.
Okay.
See, I'm incapable of arguing with people. Like,
I can see it already. She'd be coming at me, and I just make sarcastic remark jokes, and while I'm being yelled at, that's pretty much how it go, right?
Yeah, pretty much. She would come at you with questions and arguments, and you would just be like putting emojis and laughing faces, and she'd end up getting frustrated and stop talking.
Yeah, that's possible. I don't take shit serious sometimes when I probably should.
Right. I mean,
that's why it's hard to troll me sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, her, and Alpha get into some very heated discussions in the Discord about religion and politics because she's from the Netherlands.
Two things that definitely will stir up an argument. Yeah.
Yeah, because she's from the Netherlands, so. Oh yeah, and Wick.
Oh, okay.
She used to argue with Wicker all the time about religion and politics.
Yeah, I don't do the whole religion argument thing. I'm like this. There's a God. There you go. That's pretty much my religious argument.
Right.
And and I just go, if you don't believe it, that's on you.
Yeah, no, her and Wick used to go at it for like hours on end.
Oh, I can see
back
that.
And forth.
Yeah, Wicker.
Because how strong Wick is in his beliefs, and she's just as strong in the opposite direction. So they used to butt heads all the time.
Yeah, because I know Wicker, he's heavily religious.
Yes.
Me, I'm more like, there's a God, and that's about it for me. You know what I mean? I don't get into scriptures or anything like that.
Right. But her and Alpha get into it, and I'll chime in occasionally, and then whenever I stop responding, Alpha will end up responding for a while, and it ends up being like a back and forth on all three sides here.
Yeah. See, I just believe, I believe in God. It's up to you to decide if you want to believe in God or not, That's how I look at it.
That's kind of what everybody says in the arguments, except that she actually poses actual questions about the Bible that Alpha and or I tend to answer, more so Alpha than me. and then she ends up arguing politics with the constitutional rights we have as opposed to what the rest of the world has. So that's where those arguments come from about politics. That, and she hated Trump, and she loves the Democrats.
Trump's fucking awesome. He's the OG of OGs.
But again, she's also in the Netherlands, so she's not completely up on what's going on around.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
Hey,
there goes Alpha.
I'm about to dip.
All right.
Just
All right,
freedom,
have
huh?
a good one.
I'm pretty out of it, so like I'm gonna go ahead.
Of course. Go have fun.
Hey, we'll see.
Yep. Have a good one.
Later, folks.
Yeah. And Tyler triggers her by calling her Amanda instead of Mandy.
Okay. I'm sorry, you just can't get me to believe in a party that believes in with the history it's had here in the United States and a bunch of Marxists. It ain't happening. Karl Marx is our savior. It just ain't happening for me.
Yeah.
Done a lot of horrific shit in the world, so.
But the other thing is, you got to think she's in the Netherlands, and all
politics are a bit different.
Yeah, and all that they see of American politics is what the mainstream media puts out.
Oh, dear Lord.
That's what they see and believe.
I couldn't imagine listening to mainstream media. Trying to think about what project that is. I'm sure someone knows about the CIA infiltrating the media in the United States. Was it Project Mockingjay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look into that, and you'll see what you're getting fed within the media. You learn about that, then how could you really trust the media? My opinion. It's a real thing. We had Congress hearings about it. The influence and infiltration of the media by the CIA.
Right. I mean, Mandy has, as she said, been over here and has come for a visit for like a couple of months, but still. She knows and understands our freedoms. She just doesn't believe in all of them.
Oh, okay.
Like she doesn't understand the first and second amendments. She doesn't understand why we have them, I should say.
Yeah, I'll be quiet, or we'll get into an argument. I promise. Talking about this stuff, so.
Right.
I deal with enough arguing on my own channel.
Right. Well, that's what I was saying is, when I started doing, my own lives, I'm not one to shy away from anything. I just didn't want to. I wanted to have an alternative to the drama streams and just actually have conversations and talk. Even if we argue, we can come to an agreement of, okay, well, you have your opinion, I have mine.
Uh-oh.
Amber alert? Or weather alert?
Amber alert. Sorry. My apologies. Both of our phones went the hell off. I think we got a Amber alert.
No, it's all good. I understand. See, there she goes.
No, so I wouldn't want to talk about that first thing anyways, because I don't know Jess, Mandy, and wouldn't want that to be our first impressions of each other as an argument of politics. You know what I mean? That's another way to introduce yourself to somebody.
I feel you, and I understand, but this is Mandy we're talking about. She's done that with everybody, and she came into Simple's Live that way.
Oh, okay. Is Simple still rocking the half and half?
Hey, Jason.
Is Simple still rocking the half and half?
What do you mean the half and half?
Half of his head with no hair, half of his head with hair.
Oh no, it's growing in now.
Oh, okay. I always felt bad for him for that happening.
Yeah, it was a side effect of the jabby jab.
At the same time, I thought it was a crop circle at first, like there really is aliens. What's up, Jason?
Not much. Thought I had to teach a bicyclist a lesson about dilly and dallying on the crosswalk, but nope, he got out of the way.
That's cool. Mandy, we don't think we're the only ones that have freedoms. We're the only ones that thought enough to put it into our Constitution as a backbone of our democracy.
Yeah, we're the only one that's created a system, that protects it. Then government able to just overstep it when they feel like it.
Yep.
Like, oh, okay, this serves our purpose. We can just strip this freedom away from you on a dime, And with what's going on in the country of late, they've been violating that big time.
Right.
The whole COVID thing's a prime example where they've overstepped their bounds big time on that shit.
Right.
You give government too much power to take that shit away. History tells us what happens. But no, I sit there and think that we're the only country that's got the freedom. Like you said, we're the only one that's got it actually built in, though.
You have a right to bear arms and
like
a right to free speech and everything else, Mandy, in your Constitution?
Yeah, Canada is a prime example, too. Look what's happened there. They have freedoms, right? But you see without the build of the protections within the system, you see what took place in Canada. Still happening in Canada, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Mandy, also, most countries in the world don't have constitutions. They're run by monarchs, like Britain and other countries are actually ran by monarchs. Now, lately, within the last century, Britain has moved away from monarchism, but there's still a lot of countries that still have monarchs and don't have constitutions.
Yeah, they become democracies, right, as they say, but we're not actually a democracy. We're a constitutional republic of states. It's a bit different.
Yep. That's why we have states' rights and then federal government rights.
Yeah. Which I'm sure the Netherlands has democracy. It does have freedoms, but there are more restrictions that the government can apply to it when they feel like it. So you really, at the end of the day, don't have that freedom of speech if they want to yank that away from you.
And nobody said monarchs did equal dictators. We just said that it wasn't democracy; it was a monarchism.
It's like Canada now. They got elected officials, but they still kind of swear their allegiance to the Queen. Of England.
Well, no. England gave Canada their freedom, and they are free from Canada, or Canada is free from England. However, they do.
They still swear allegiance to them, though.
They hold an alliance, not a swear allegiance, but they hold an alliance to them.
Well, the one in there now was Trudeau swore his allegiance to the crown, not the people of Canada, when he came in. Kind of shows itself that way.
Right.
And but like I said, I guess that's on an individual basis. I guess you can get an elected official that supports Canada more, but, he did swear his allegiance.
Right. And Mandy, like I said, I never said a monarch is a dictator and that you can't have democracy with a monarch. I'm just saying that our constitutional republic is different than the democracy other people have.
Yeah, you can have a democracy, but at the end of the day, the monarch still holds main power,
Well,
they're not
have a democracy. Like I said, elected officials and everything.
Well, like with
monarchs are not beholden to a constitution like our world leaders here in the States. They have the right. They have the power to dictate the laws and rules in other countries.
It's like over in Great Britain. If you sit there and type something that offends somebody in Great Britain, they can now arrest you for it.
Right. And
for your ability to say some speech, you can be detained and arrested and locked up for it. Just for hurting somebody's feelings.
And what it boils down to is the governments of a monarch or a monasticist or monarch system, the
Monarchy.
government is in control of more of what people can and cannot do than in a republic like the United States, where the United States is republic. We have state and federal rights and rules and laws, and it goes from a city to a county to a state to a federal government. Whereas in like a monarch system, there's just the one government rule over everybody instead of the separate entities of government like we have.
Yeah, here we're just a pact agreement.
You live in a
know what I mean?
dictatorship.
It's not necessarily a dictatorship because even monarchs in a democracy can allow freedoms like we have. It's just that a lot of those monarch systems are stricter than what we have.
I'm pretty sure you just proved my point, Jay. You said they
Hence they give
can
them, and hence they can
allow.
take them away. You know.
Yeah.
See, they
And,
can
and,
give and or take away, which is a dictatorship. They
And with-
decide.
yeah, and with countries like Canada, which are considered to be democracies, the government controls more than what the United States government controls of their people, and they can create laws that will shut down freedom of speech and things like that because they don't have it protected in their constitution.
Yeah,
See,
and plus the United States won't follow a monarchy again. We fought a war against a monarchy to separate ourselves from the monarchy.
Yep.
And so there's a lot of Americans that would never support that.
What up,
The
Joe?
whole country is built on fighting against the monarchy. Well, it's the greatest fighting war machine the world has ever seen at the time.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, like I said, we talk politics and religion and stuff like that in discords, and we try not to talk about them in the lives.
Yeah.
Like I can't get them clapped
I'm just,
on YouTube.
Wait, you got the clap? You might need to see a doctor about that for you.
Funny.
Got
How you
him.
doing, Joe? Feel free to jump up in the panel if you want, Joe.
Who? What? When? Where? How?
Your boyfriend's in the chat.
Wait, who?
Jacksonville Joe.
He's gonna kick your ass for saying some shit like that. You know, you're getting it. You're getting the smoke. Joe's been getting smoke. We're in diss track season. You know that, right?
Oh, I know. He's already.
Everybody's walking on eggshells. So
He's already
got that
dissed.
smoke.
He's already dissed everybody in Triple T community, the Workyverse, the Mumbleverse, alphatyler's team, and everything in between in one song.
I didn't hear my name in that song.
I mean, your name may not have been brought up, but he did shout out Alpha Team.
Well, unless I heard my name, I take no offense to it, and therefore,
I'm not taking offense to it, and my name was in it, but and actually, it wasn't really my name; it was Nine Toes. But I still don't take offense to it.
Well, either way, my name was mentioned specifically or not. Not only would I not take offense, but I mean, I would still respond anyway because it's hip hop, baby. That's what we do.
I'm just chilling and enjoying my night off. I don't know about y'all.
Right. And I mean, he did say, "Alpha, come get your boy Jay." So people sometimes.
Is anybody enjoying the trolling church has been doing? It reminds me of the old days, man. I've been enjoying the shit out of church going into troll mode. I get it, people might not like who he's trolling. I just like the fact he's doing the shit I remember him doing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's funny. I just don't follow a lot of it.
I fucking love it. I love troll
check it out
church.
every now and then.
That's the best stuff right there.
Fuck yeah. I miss old troll church.
So I just been enjoying watching it. You know what I mean? It feels like I said, it feels like old times.
Yeah. Alpha said, Damn, I almost forgot about that song. Joe better hope I don't remember it when I get back home, or he's gonna get all the smoke.
Oh shit! It's crack season.
It was a funny song.
I love this crack season. I'm telling you.
I gotta say, from the people that I first started following, every one of them, including Jason and Joe, have stepped up their game and gotten better and better. That I still follow, I should say. Those
So
that
Tyler,
have
you know
dropped
what this
off,
means,
I
right?
haven't.
Tyler, you know what this means, right? By the rules of rap and hip hop, since you and the community were mentioned, you need to step up to the mic and respond.
You know, Joe learned all his rapping skills from me. I taught him everything he knows. One day he's going to pass me in the rapping skills. I'll feel so proud.
Right? I mean, I remember.
It took a long time. You know, it took me 2 years to get Joe to put a bar together, but, you know, we got there.
Yep, I remember the old days when he used to not have smoke for anybody he didn't know. Now he'll have smoke with anybody. The old days he had to know you before he dissed on you.
Just waiting for the diss track to come. Keep digging your hole there, Jay.
I mean, I've already got one.
Joe's probably going to beat me up. Next thing I know, he's going to be standing outside my door.
Dan, you see what Mandy says?
What's that?
She says, by the way, Dan does know me. We met in Hiley's Discord.
Hiley's. Oh, okay. Yeah, we probably do know each other then. It's been a long time since I've been in Hiley's. I've lost accounts and my phone burned up and I lost everything, and I haven't been in Discord for a while because of it. After my last phone burned up, and I lost everything. So I probably know Mandy.
You better,
she was
Brody.
In Hiley's, and I do.
Yeah.
Brody, you better jump in that booth because you're the head of the alpha community, so you represent all of us.
Hope Hiley's been doing all right.
Peer pressure.
Yes. And if you don't do it, well, then I'm going to be feeling all kinds of let down.
Peer pressure.
Yes. No, big pressure. Big time pressure.
Well, I mean, peer pressure because you're his peer, too.
I like to think our friendship is deeper than that.
I'm just being chill and quiet because Mumbleverse is probably in the chat watching me, and I'm their locale, so I got to behave myself.
All right.
They're just waiting to start sniping me and clowning me and shit, and then I have to start screaming that they're doing criminalistic slandering. Criminalistic malicious slandering is what they're doing to me.
And there's just groupies.
Yeah, they're stalking me.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, Mumbleverse.
4 years now. You've been stalking them and been their groupies. I had to laugh when I heard all that bullshit last night.
It's bad when you get Jay starting to yell at him.
Fucking, you should start a fucking verse.
A fucking verse?
Yeah. Fucking verse strong, motherfuckers.
That's where Mumbleverse came from. And originally was Joe talking about Dan's fans should be called the Mumbleverse.
Yeah, there is a Mumbleverse. I heard Joe's like the CEO of it. You know, their thing is to bring me down on the internet. You know.
Aloha, Tater.
What's up, Tater?
I don't know all the members, but I know they're hunting me down over the internet.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. Can't be canceled unless you let them.
What's up, Tater Monkey?
That's what I
was live. I was sitting there playing some MK1 and shit, and it came across. But like I said, I sent your live over to my community post, so in case anybody over there Tuesday, pop in, see what's going on.
I appreciate it.
If you came over from my community post, sub up to Jay.
Appreciate it.
A little rough around the edges, but you'll get used to him.
Yeah. Also, I haven't been doing this half as long as Dan's been.
So sub up to his channel, or I'll make a verse out of you next. And I can be a real asshole, trust me.
We've got an hour in so far for the after party.
The after party.
Yeah, it's Thursday night. Alphatyler usually does ATRL, but
I missed a lot tonight, but
Yeah.
I've been on the road all day. I
right.
had to go to Nashville. Like I said, that's a couple-hour drive. Then I
Right.
find out and forgot that Lori was going to be in Nashville. So I talked to Tim later on, and he was like, "Oh, you were in Nashville. You could have heard it, Lori." I was like, "Oh shit." We hadn't talked in a bit over it. I missed the opportunity to say what's up while he's down there, but hey, I'm sure I get a chance to say what's up. Tim's already said he's coming down for 2 weeks. Him and Outlaw Nation's doing something, so he's going to holler and we're going to meet up or whatever while he's down here. And
Right.
hopefully we get to meet up and see some Outlaw Nation members, while we're down there. So that'd be dope.
Right.
Be able to actually have a conversation with some of them.
Tonight being Thursday, it's usually Alphatyler does his ATRL show, but he's busy with the big man, so he went ahead and got Nampy to go live instead for ATRL. And then we always do the after party after ATRL, so
I don't think Menace liked what I put as an answer for the name of the album that's coming.
What?
I think it's a great title myself.
What?
Dan made me do it. Great name for an album.
Yeah, I saw that Mises chose one of my suggestions out of the many that I gave for his album. He's calling it Overkill.
It's cool to see Burden kind of stepping out of the lane and get back in the music front. I'm kind of hoping, I'll be honest, me personally, I hope Mises starts going down that lane himself, which, last time I talked to him, because like I said, I like his politics stuff, but my favorite album will always be Dear Rap. You know what I mean? Just Mises doing straight hip hop. So I even said something to him, and he said, I'll definitely like what's coming in 2024. So I'm hyped to hear some just straight up hip hop. You know what I mean? The way Mises knows how to do it.
I thought I had heard him say that he was calling the album Overkill after asking what everybody's favorite. Everybody had ideas for the name. I guess I heard it wrong.
Yeah, I just want some good fashion Mises, bump music, and I don't have to explain it, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. I mean, I loved the rap to this album, but yeah, I've been waiting for more music from him.
Yeah, I want some music from Mises that I can just bump. You know what I mean? Be up, hanging out and just do bump Mises. Like I said, I bump his other stuff. Just like I said, I'm not sitting there saying I don't, but you know what I'm saying. I just want some straight up hip hop. And Mises knows what I'm saying. We're on the same page with that.
Yeah. But yeah, off the Raptivus album, I figured your favorite song would probably have to be "F.U." because of the church sample in it.
Damn, see, you're getting me all hyped now about that Alpha. It's just like her was telling me about Upchurch's new album coming, and I'm going to be hyped about that one. So,
I was about to say,
sounds like there's some good music coming.
I was about to say, Tyler, you sure you're not biased because you're putting your magic on it?
Oh, he definitely biased.
I mean, I wouldn't blame you.
I don't think I've heard a bad song come from Mises, though. Just songs that may not rock or sit well with people because of political affiliation, but I haven't heard of a bad song from him.
No, I haven't heard a bad song from him. Like I said, it might not be your favorite song of his, but it's not a bad song.
Yeah, and that's what I kept telling everybody on the Raptivist album is like, no matter what your preference in music is and or what your preference in rap music is, you can find something on that album that you'll rock with no matter what.
Hell, I remember having a conversation. He was talking on the whole hip hop front that he was up there was doing some work with Rizzy Myers, the one that's working with Upchurch.
Yeah.
That's way back, he told me, said something about that. It's like, oh, when that coming, I don't know if he still got that in his library or what, I know that girl he uses to do the vocals for hooks and shit. It's fire.
Yeah.
Girl's got a great voice.
Right.
I forget her name right now at the moment, but yeah, she's dope. I mean, she kills them hooks.
Yeah. There's a lot of good independent artists out there. People just I find it funny that there's a lot of the artists that I've been promoting for a couple of years now, Dan, and you know it. People are just now starting to get listening to.
Best of luck, Tater, with your treason. Yeah, hook us up, Alpha. Go ahead and leak that shit. He won't mind.
I don't know. You gonna do your boy?
Yeah, it's not me you gotta worry about. It's gonna be Lona. That's the one you gotta be afraid of.
Jesus, not Mises. That's the one you gotta be afraid of.
To be afraid of.
Tyler, if you leak that shit, man, it's gonna be a long vacation for you.
But yeah, like I said, I just find it rather fun and interesting that artists that I've been promoting for years now are finally starting to get pushed in other communities, like Neff and Layman and others.
Yeah, I need to check with Neff and Emily. They haven't been around, so I need to make sure everything's good with them.
Right.
So they're always rocking, I mean, I was so shocked Neff came up on my panels and shit, to be honest. I even told him he first came out, I was like, Neff, you know that we've known each other for damn near 5 years, but this is the first time we've actually had a vocal conversation.
Right.
In 5 years.
All right.
We've known each other. But at the same time, as Dobie comes up.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, that's the thing a lot of people don't realize is Neff is very much an introvert and kind of shy.
I just think he likes listening to me be an asshole. So it works for me. It works for him, so it's all good.
I mean, he does find you entertaining, yes. And then there was always those conspiracy theories that went around that you were Upchurch and Hillbilly was Tom McDonald.
Oh yeah, those were great.
Those were hilarious.
And when they do with that, I was like, Upchurch's like secret account or some shit.
Yeah, you were Upchurch bot and Hillbilly was Tom McDonald bot, and yeah, look how that went now.
Probably because I used the word bug.
Yeah.
But, some people think I stole that from church. Like, no, I didn't steal that word. I was branded with that word.
Yep. You were called the Fuggin.
Yeah, so I just rolled with it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Fuggin is the fuggin of all fuggins. Say it right, Jay, or don't say it at all.
No, Jason. What I'm talking about is when Dan started using
the name
Fuggin, his church called him the Fuggin in a Discord.
Yeah, but now it's been extended. He is the Fuggin of all fuggins now. That's his full title.
See,
like the mother of all dragons, he's the Fuggin of all fuggins.
Priest, blood soldier, the list goes on, But I mean, it used to be funny in the days when people would ask me what it took to be part of Creek Squad. That shit always made me chuckle a little bit.
Yeah, like Dan's the gatekeeper to Creek Squad. That was hilarious.
Yeah, it's like, it's pretty simple. Do you rock with Upchurch's music? Yeah. Do you kind of have up church's back when necessary? If it's needed. That doesn't mean you can't disagree with the man, but you know what I'm saying? When it's needed, yeah. Okay, there you go. Crease Squad. That's it.
Yep.
Anybody come out here trying to sound like they're the gatekeeper of it, like they're crazy.
Yeah, that's actually destroyed a couple of his discords. Was people trying to act like that they were bigger and badder than what they really were.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. Anybody can run a Crease Squad as long as you ain't violating like these simple rules. There'll be a point where I'll even call you out. Like, yeah, you need to stop calling yourself that. Like, if you're doing shit like hurt kids or anything like that, fuck yeah, I'm gonna speak up. Right. You're not gonna call yourself Crease Squad. So there are like some standard rules on that shit, but most part, no.
Yeah, it's not like a 1% patch. It's more like a 99% patch.
So Littles was going at some guy who's going to Crease Squad, and he was over there threatening Little Payday, who's like 13. Threatening to fight a 13-year-old. He was like a 30-year-old man. Like, yeah, you're not going to call yourself Crease Squad and be threatening to fight a 13-year-old. I will say something then. You're not going to claim the title of that.
Right.
You need to stop claiming it. If you're going to be threatening to beat up children, yeah, you got to go.
I feel you.
I'm not going to sit there and let you rock that title.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, there ain't no rules.
Kind of a line in the sand is anything that has to do with the harming of children is one of the lines in the sand that pretty much everybody usually draws.
Yep. So that's the only, times like that, people will call somebody out on that shit. Like, yeah, you ain't gonna rock that name and be doing that shit.
Yeah.
You
don't harm children and you don't harm women.
Yeah, so other than that, you know what I mean? Yeah, you rode up church, there you go.
Yep. And even if you don't rock with
like that, it's just people would ask, all the time. Like,
well, it's like I've explained to other people, like Menace and others, is the thing about Church and his fan base is, yes, they can be rabid when they want to be. However, if you state that you don't like a certain genre of music and that's why you don't like Upchurch, or that you like his comedy but not his music, they're fine with that too. If you say you don't like any of his music, that you find it cringeworthy, that's fine as long as you're respectful about it.
Yeah, but more than likely, if you're like that, you're probably not gonna be running around rocking Crease Squad. Let's be honest.
Right. But what I'm getting at is, the Creek Squad fan base aren't going to be coming at you all rabid and style as long as you're respectful about it.
They're not assholes until you give them a reason to be assholes.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just like MPP usually is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hop off for a little bit because I gotta get clocked in. If you're still live, I'll back.
Okay, I probably won't be. I'm probably gonna shut it down here in a little while, but he took off real quick. But okay.
Well, he had to go, man.
Yeah, I feel you.
There's no time to wait.
Right. YouTube telling me I only have one viewer.
He's still mad at me that I wouldn't call him a beaner yesterday. Sorry. Sorry, Jason, my bad.
And everybody calls me the racist.
Well, I could say he was mad that I didn't.
Right.
Guess he wanted to be called a beaner.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, YouTube telling me I only have one viewer. But I know Alpha was in the chat, Mandy was in the chat, and Tater was in the chat.
Yeah, it's like that, man. You gotta do lives more frequent. Like I said, I don't care to post and stuff like that, over mine. Because I'll be honest with you, when I first started sniping Sissy Twink, I'd have between 1 and 4 when I first started, man.
Yeah.
For a minute.
Well, I get it.
I mean, I didn't have no audience, at all.
Yeah. Right. Well, I get you, and that's what I try to do is, at least on Thursdays, I usually do the after party. Unless, of course, I'm not feeling well or something like that. or I've got an early doctor's appointment and I can't stay up late or something. But I also go live usually um, every couple of days around midnight, 1 o'clock. So
Yeah, I'm usually
little
like
different.
with the now when I go live, I'm usually rocking anywhere between 10 to 20 something. You know, just depends on what's going on in the community. You know, which
Right,
I'm happy for anybody want to come over and listen to the stupid I got to listen to.
right. I mean, I usually will join your lives and listen in and or only comment whenever I'm like extremely bored. But because I just don't really like dealing with that moron and hearing his voice. But I do occasionally have to jump in and or show support because I've known you for so long, and you are a good person. I just wish that
Yeah,
you
if
didn't
you
have
listen
to
to him,
feel
I'm
the
the
need to
devil.
do that. But no, I just wish that you didn't feel the need to have to go and only stream snipe him. That you could go ahead and just do your own thing and not worry about him because he's insignificant. You
I
see how
know, but I
many
like
viewers
making
he
his life
has.
hell. You know.
Yeah, yeah, I know, but you see how many viewers he has in any given live stream. It's like all you're doing is giving him publicity.
Yeah, but it's worth it to watch him have his meltdowns to me. It's quite entertaining.
I understand that. I was just
Yeah,
saying from my point of
the
view.
shit he has said, you know what I'm saying, to me,
Yeah.
and he just said about my people. So,
Right. Yeah.
I did, Jay, try to do the walk away thing. I really did.
Yeah, I know.
It's not like I just started doing it immediate. You know what I mean? It took a long time
Right.
for me to start, you know what I mean,
Oh
firing
yeah.
back. And there will be a
I know.
point, there will be an end to it, I
Right.
keep working on it, you know what I mean, to convince the boys stop being stupid.
Right.
And we will reach a point soon enough, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
it's
sure.
starting to wear him down, you know what I mean? It's starting to really affect him at this point. So that's what I'm trying to do. Is I'm just trying to break him down so he'll fucking listen.
Right. And the other thing is that everybody else in the community is also starting to break away from it and getting tired of it too. Because a lot of people have said that they're getting tired of all the drama and they want to move on and do other stuff and everything. So
Yeah,
that's the
well,
other
I get
aspect
that.
to it.
People walk away from what I'm doing. I'm cool with
Hmm.
that. I understand that shit, you know what I mean? Because
Right.
at the end of the day, I'm not doing it for like subs or, you know what I mean, trying to make
Yeah.
that content. That's not what I'm doing it for.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know what I
you're doing
mean?
it
Like,
for
I'm not trying
your
to
own
build a
entertainment.
channel from it.
Yeah, you're doing it for your own entertainment and B to prove a
My
point.
principle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get you.
Most people know that about me, that I'm not doing it for, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to make drama into my content and build a channel from it all. And yeah. But,
Right.
there's only so much I'll put up with.
Gotcha.
And then I'm a thorn in your fucking side, then, you know what I mean? I could be a real asshole then.
Right.
And I can be dedicated too.
Right. I'm gonna end
Yeah.
up needing for a second and go use the restroom.
Did you ever figure out to put music on here?
I did not do it yet, but I went ahead
Okay.
and I listened to what you had said. Give me just a second though.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'll talk to you more about it when you get back. Well, hello, chat. Is there anybody still in the chat? I see Mandy's still in the chat. Jason. Yeah. Have your blessing, bro. From now on, Jason will forever be known as the Beaner. What the fuck? I'm good. I'll pass on that, Mandy. I already had to listen to that shit the other day. It was somebody I sniped. He took the phone with him into a public bathroom, and everybody on my show had to listen to him urinate. It's quite disturbing. So I'll pass on Jay blasting out his urination. When they came out with the song Chasing Waterfalls, that's not quite what they meant. Uh-oh. My phone's messing up. Be back in 2 seconds. It's midnight.
Yeah, don't worry. It's just me, your friendly neighborhood beaner.
Yep. Welcome back.
Oh. Damn fucking.
Jay, what did you just kick me for?
I didn't kick you. I was trying to add you, and it added you. It had added you already whenever I was adding you, so it kicked
Jay
you
kicked me
instead.
out he kicked me out because I called you Beaner, Jason.
What are you talking about? I call myself
That's
beaner.
what it was.
Damn it, Jay.
No.
I said it's okay that fucking can call me a beaner.
Yeah, I know. I know, but no, actually, that was probably more of a kick out for talking about me peeing instead of listening to music.
Oh, Nancy's the one that wanted to listen to the urination.
I know. I'm starting to believe, Alpha, that Mandy did have something for me when we visited that I never picked up on.
Yeah, for the record, I don't care if anyone calls me a beaner because at the end of the day, what the hell is a beaner? Someone who enjoys beans. I mean, I do like beans.
Well, was that one comedian, what's his name, used to say that all the time.
Yeah, that's kind of where I got it from.
Oh, yeah. You know which comedian I'm talking about.
Carlos Mencia?
Yeah. Didn't he have like a back and forth with the... who was he got in a fight with? Who?
Him and Rogan got into it because Rogan claimed that he was stealing jokes.
Rogan kind of bodied him, let's be honest. So like, damn. But yeah, I remember that. But yeah, his thing was saying beaner all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Mandy, I hear that all my life.
And then
What, you're a serial killer? Yeah, he does.
No, too little, too late.
And then we find out that Mencia is not even Mexican.
Damn, Jay, you missed out on an opportunity again, fucking.
Yep. Yep, apparently I missed out.
I tried to give you my wisdom, but you won't listen to me, Jay.
Yeah, well, I was kind of oblivious to the signs. Alpha talked about it after the meetup.
Well, damn, Jay.
Damn, Jay.
I'm just that oblivious.
You just don't have a long history. Yeah.
Oh yeah, pretty much anytime a female actually, comes out and says they like me, it floors me because I never believe that it happens or it's true.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a confidence issue, a little bit, because, you know what I mean? You've had things happen in the past.
Definitely a big confidence issue because I have no real self-confidence. Never have, really, since high school.
But there's a woman out there, Jay. You just gotta open yourself up for it, bro.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, my confidence level is usually low for several reasons. One, because of me moving around a lot. Two, the fact that I'm always put in the too nice category. That, women would rather have a bad guy than a nice guy.
Well, yeah, why do you think Sierra and Tyler get along so well? Tyler's a complete asshole.
Yeah. Alpha says Dan's a boob.
Dan is a boob. in more ways than one.
He's back.
Am I still here?
Yes, you are.
Now you are.
Damn,
You're a great
that,
boob.
that alarm
Hey,
went off
Mr. Boob.
again.
Yeah.
Hey, cover your nipple.
Alpha says you're a boob.
Come on, fucking be decent.
I'm trying to fix myself. Come on now. You're used to seeing my nipple, so stop it.
Fucking do better.
I get so tired of hearing that phrase.
Do better, Jay.
Mister, do better. Annoys the piss out of me with that.
I get more kicks out of Dan. You hear me over there? Dan.
Hey, I have a whole line of merch with that phrase on it, so good luck in trying to get me to forget about that phrase.
I mean, he gets really, really unhinged over the stupidest little shit.
He does.
That's what trips me out.
But I just don't understand. He's like, I want to be left alone, but I want to sit here and talk shit on everybody.
Yeah. Like, it don't work that way.
I always want to bring up what happened 3 to 5 years ago instead of what's happening now. And when I do bring up what's happening now, it's in reference to what happened 3 to 5 years ago.
And then he shows the people that comes over there a few snapshots in 4 years. You know what I'm saying? If you really think how long that is, and you're seeing a few snapshots in 4 years, and you're buying the whole narrative.
You see what Alpha says there? I actually like the nickname Danny Dahmer. It's a strong nickname.
Yeah, I actually got a count of Danny Dahmer. As a matter of fact, I was going around with that. I got Danny Dahmer and Danny and Sponge Dan SquarePants.
Sponge Dan SquarePants. That's
funny. For the fact he said, yeah, look at Dan over there. He's built like SpongeBob SquarePants.
Well, damn,
SquarePants.
Why do you get all the best nicknames?
Yeah, I'm definitely rocking that Danny Dahmer.
And that Sponge Dan.
Yeah. Danny was out today somewhere.
I'll be right back real quick. I'm going to go tell my folks something.
Do your thing.
He's about to tell him, hey, I got a celebrity. I have Danny Dahmer on my panel.
Yeah, tell him, yeah. Let your friends know Danny Dahmer's up here in the live chat.
Yeah.
No, it's just, it is crazy. I mean, I do hate the fact that some of the people that has got drugged back in, and it's not me doing the dragging the people back in, it's him dragging people back in. It's just crazy to me. The fact that even Alpha and you've had to even come over here and on my shit and had to deal with it is fucking crazy to me. It's like, dude, you sit there and say you don't, but you're still trashing people from 4 years ago, dude. And then don't want to even have a conversation with somebody that wants to have a conversation with you instead of just roasting like I do, Yeah. Or Alpha's tried to do the decent thing and have a conversation with the guy. He just won't have it. He just wants to talk shit on people. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that just loves to hear himself talk. Like literally loves to hear himself talk. And no matter what, no matter how wrong he is, he always has to be right. He don't want to listen to logic. He don't want to listen to reason.
I mean, it's like Non-Real, and Non-Real is like the nicest dude ever. You know what I mean? He's like a really nice guy.
Yeah, really.
Looks like he's getting dragged to the mud, all the time. Yeah. And like I said, I don't bring that shit to you guys,
Yeah,
I didn't, I didn't run over and like, hey, Alpha, or hey, Newbury, or hey,
Right.
Yeah, I don't do that shit
hey, Finn, hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't do that.
Yeah, I don't do that shit either. If I got beef with somebody, that stays between me and that person. I don't go to other people's channels and be like, hey, I got beef with this guy. Yeah, he says this, says that. I don't say nothing unless somebody else says something.
Nah.
Jay. No, I'm playing Jay.
I was there talking, we just talked a little bit ago about we had the deal for a whole week because Jay came up on my panel. I was like, after that day, I think that night I was like, I'm gonna kick Jay's ass. I had to hear that for a week.
Mm.
Yeah, I had that what would it be considered?
It's not that bad. I have to deal with Amy.
I have that
She's the one to
fortunate
fight
gift
with.
of being able to say something and then just walk away and not have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, I keep telling Amy to stop. She just won't stop. She wants to fight with him. Drives me crazy.
Exactly, Alpha. I pointed that out last night in Dan's chat. I was like, this man keeps bringing up shit that happened 3 or 4 years ago when just because nobody took his word for it and people had to find out for themselves the truth because we were all being told partial truths or complete lies that when we found out about we walked away, he still has to bring it up because he's completely irrelevant without it.
Yeah, I didn't know who to do was, to be honest. I remember going up on the panel because I was helping Jess out at the time, right? And I jump up there and she just started screaming at that dude. And I was like, I don't know who the fuck this guy is, you know what I mean? She would just be going off.
Yeah.
And he popped in the chat, so I had no clue, really. He still thinks I went after him over Jekyll. And it's like, no, he was talking shit on Joe, and so I went over and said something to him.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with Jekyll, but he still runs with the narrative, or runs with the narrative that I started all of it.
Yeah.
Mm. I love the part where he says that he called out Jekyll and everything when really he made a deal with Jekyll in the back streets, gave him his word that he would never speak on him again.
Well, you ever notice he never shows the screenshots of that shit? All these conversations he talks to Jekyll, he's quick to show the screenshots, but he don't show those screenshots.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
Probably because he never thought to screenshot him back then, or it never happened, so he doesn't have any.
I don't think it happened.
It didn't happen.
He screenshots everything.
Yeah. That dude always lies, so odds are that conversation between him and Jekyll never happened.
Yeah, right. I don't think it happened.
Honestly, I think he was projecting, trying to cover up his own issues by trying to say that it was all Jekyll and Jekyll did it and everything, and just happened to have something that actually stuck with somebody.
My problem is that you're going around and you're dumping things on everybody, right? Because you're bothered about this guy. Okay, what he did. So you're trying to dump all this shit on everybody to confront the guy, but then there's a moment for you to confront the guy, right? Because you're the one dumping this information all over the place. So here's your chance. He bitches up and ain't willing to confront him, and then tries to act the victim from it. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, you were the one dumping shit, trying to convince everybody. Here's your moment to sit and confront him on his shit, and you bitch up, and that's our fault. Like you're being set up. Like, really?
Yeah. I also like how he always thought that you were like the CEO / mastermind of JMP.
Oh my god, I die when he does that. I'm like, it just tells me he don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Because the whole running gag when you even joined JMP was that you were the janitor.
Yeah, it was a joke because I was like the bottom of the totem pole. You know what I mean? I just promoted music. I go in, I was asked to push music. You know.
Yeah.
But I was already promoting, so I was in different areas of different communities, even though I was like helping JMP out with it too. So I was all over the place.
I was the first CEO of JMP. It's just they ended up booting me because I always wanted to find out everybody else's opinion before creating my own, and B because I questioned the roast stream they were going to do for my birthday as they were trying to bully me offline, and whenever I questioned that and everything, Jekyll was like, how dare you question my loyalty and question that whether I would bully you like that. You know my stance on bullying. How dare you? And then took me off of the one live that I was a co-host on without any word until after that birthday stream. Stripped me of the CEO and basically made me have to work my way back up the ladder, so I just left it.
Yeah. Well, you remember what I told you, like, Jay, don't let that shit get you know, like, you can't be getting your feelings like that, fucking.
Yeah.
But I should hold you partially responsible. I'm going to this because you had to go and get fired, and I was asked to take your place. This is partially your fault.
Well, actually, when I got fired, I think he named Jess as CEO. She stepped down, let Joe take over, and then Joe left, and you were put in place. Wasn't that how it went?
No, you got fired, and so they needed a music promoter, and I was asked from Joe and HBR if I would help them out on that because I wasn't going to join the group because I was already promoting for Creek Squad and all that shit. So, I was getting diesel at the time, pretty heavy, promoting him all over the place. So, but because you got fired, they didn't have anybody, so I was asked as a favor to help them out. So I joined because you got fired.
Yeah, I love the part of the narrative where he said that at one point me and Tyler worked for JMP, and I was like, I wasn't even approached to work for JMP, which thank God for that. But
that's the funniest part about it is that anybody was working for JMP because the only people at the time that was members of JMP that got any kind of benefit was Joe, Jekyll, Dan, and I think it was what's his name? No, I can't remember.
I don't know, but real quick, let me finish my point because
the necklace.
But I wasn't approached. I know Tyler was asked, but he rejected them, which was good on his part.
Yeah. Well, no, what I was getting at is the only people that I knew of that were members that got any benefit was when Jekyll sent out those diamond necklaces that said JMP. That I don't know if they were actually even diamonds. They were probably cubic zirconias.
Yeah. But like I said, as far as like working for them though, like I said, I was never even approached. They never even thought to ask me. Like I said, Tyler was asked, but he rejected them. So neither of us worked for JP.
Well, technically, I worked for them, but I didn't because, like I said, one, I never got a paycheck, and two, I was a finger quote CEO. But I never really had any authority or position.
Yeah. Hell, I wasn't even in an affiliate with them. Like, I barely even talked to any of them during that whole time. But I like how they like to push that narrative about how we supposedly support a sex offender just because, a long time ago we were up on panel with them. It's like, dude, how many years ago was that? Okay, how come I can't hear any of you?
Because I'm muted because my father came in to talk to me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all good. I didn't say anything about it. So,
real quick, you know what gets me though? It's the thing he does, right? Calling people out because they were up on the panel with a guy. It's like, how can you hold people accountable for going up on a panel with a dude when they didn't know the facts of the dude? And he's convinced the morons that come in his chat of that shit. How can you be held accountable going up on a panel with a guy when you didn't know about the guy's history? How do you be held responsible and accountable for that?
Hey, we'll catch you there, Brody.
Have a good night, Alpha. But yeah, that's the
all right, Alpha. You have a good one, brother.
And like I posted in your chat last night, is like, he came and told people about Jekyll being involved in stuff, and nobody believed him at first because it sounded like a troll. Plus, Jekyll was up front with the accusations, as he put them, and had a spin to make it sound like he was the victim instead of the person that did any wrong. So most of us took him for his word because of him being prior military.
It wasn't even just his word. I was told by people a story, you know what I'm saying? And so when I heard it, I was like, okay. And as they explained it to me, I was like, oh, okay. So if it was that bad, it would be out there. You know what I mean? People wouldn't be fucking with him. Because a lot of people were fucking with Jekyll, right? So I took the story from people, and I was like, okay, if it's as bad as, you know what I mean, people wouldn't be doing it. So I was like, okay. I took the story, I was like, okay. So he was in the club,
and then,
what I was told.
And then as the story unraveled and people started actually doing the independent research and finding out for themselves, we distanced ourselves and got to the point where none of us have any contact with him whatsoever. And
yeah, I mean, he didn't. It was Tim.
Won't let
Tim did it. Yeah, yeah. Tim's the one who fucking exposed Jekyll on that shit.
Yeah.
I was
not
there.
really.
I sat back and took it all in.
Not really. I mean, there's others that have done built portfolios on Jekyll too, that I've heard of and others have heard of or heard from, and I don't know if it's supposed to be public knowledge or not, so I'm not going to say anything. But there were many other people besides Tim that got information on Jekyll that shared behind the scenes the information they had, and that's what made everybody quit rocking with him, is because they found out he was lying.
But Mokon, he just, I guess he sent, once he found it, sent it to a couple people and tried to stay hidden in the shadows. And that's when Tim went on the whole thing, because he tried to even call me, and I even told him at the show, like, this is what I heard, which, you know what I'm saying, I was told by people and shit, and I said, okay, well, you know what I mean? Apparently, it wasn't as bad as what's being said, because everybody's fucking with him. So, okay. And I took it as that, okay, he got popped in the club with it under it. You know what I mean? That shit happens. Because, once again, with my history of working in the nightclub life, that shit happens. Guys get hemmed up because somebody fucks up at the gate. But it don't matter. You know what I mean? It don't matter how it happened. It happened, so the guy's still in trouble.
Right.
Even though it's the fuck up on the club's part.
Right.
Because, girls get in fucking underage into the clubs through fake IDs.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
And not to mention, there's also, the girls that will have fake IDs and then it'll come out that they're underage and they'll just say, oh, well, it was all on him. I had nothing to do with it. He forced himself on me.
Yeah.
Things like that. And that's what made people go ahead and think that Jekyll's story was true, was because of all that, and having known people that had things like that happen to them, and we all had our own stories. That's what made everybody go, okay, well, this is a believable story, until we all found out about the truth, and then went, oh, there's things that are not being told, or are the stories switching, what's the truth, what's not, and have to research and find out and verify from another source other than Mokon, but he wants to be the source that everybody hears from, and that's where it's all the problem is. It's not just him. You don't just take one person's knowledge and run with something. That's how people end up going to jail innocent, because you have one person claiming something and then everybody jumps on it. It's called trust but verify. You gave us information, we went and verified it through other parties and found out it was true and quit rocking with them.
Because Tim dug more deeper into it for ourselves. You know, he came out and found out that he was a recruiter, blah, blah, blah. You're working at the high school, blah, blah, blah. Held a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Did not know all that shit. So once it did, I was gone. I don't even remember fighting it at the time. I said and listened to everything, took it in. I wasn't in the chat. I wasn't fighting with anybody. I took it in and I was gone. I was out.
Yeah. And that was the
But I
same
never
thing with
went
me
at
once.
Sissy Twink over it. That's not why I went after Sissy Twink. But I was pissed off that he dumped it on Nitro and, like I said, Tim, but didn't want to stand up for for him dropping the few things he dumped on him. He bitched out and fucking hid. Like anybody, you know, other people was, you know what I mean, taking the heat because, you know, at first people was figuring it was, you know what I mean, that kind of slander shit wasn't real at first. So, you know, of course, he took a lot of flack. Like, he stayed in the shadows. He didn't have to fucking man up to what he was doing. He
I
took
even
the
said
heat
in my
for it.
Zane video when, in regards to that, like, look, dude, had you been the one to call out Jekyll, like you claim you did, you probably would have had backup. We probably would have backed you up. I mean, we're not going to leave you up there to hang on your own, dude. Like, we don't do people like that, especially if you got the receipts to prove the shit.
Yeah. If he had been 100 about it and actually confront the shit, you know what I'm saying? He probably wouldn't have got the heat from all the people he did.
And in all honesty, that's probably where he messed up the most was A, not jumping on panel, but B, at the time, I think he only had bits and pieces of the story.
Yeah, he didn't have
false, and he didn't have the whole story. So he wasn't going to be able to stand up to the scrutiny of people going ahead and questioning him at the time.
Yeah. If I remember, all he had was a news article and a fucking charge. That was all he had. It didn't really say really much.
Yeah.
Tim did a bunch of digging, pulled him up there, listened to him, and continued to dig, and then went live again and fucking aired the shit out. Once he did way more digging.
And that's one of the things that I'll give credit to Tim about is Tim won't back down. Tim's like you, that Dan and Jason is, and the fact that when he gets a hold of something, he won't back down. He's either going to make others back down, or y'all are going to just argue until the day is long.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Tim is just like me. I mean, we both love to piss off the right people.
I mean, at times y'all like to piss off the wrong people because y'all were at odds for a long time.
Yeah, well, we're trying to forget about that now, Jay. We're not on the same page.
I understand, but I'm just pointing out that, you know, everybody butts heads in these communities at some point.
That is true, but we've been reminded so much of MoCon reminding us of that. So now we're at a point where we have to forget about that.
But what I'm getting at is adults will let bygones be bygones and be able to have common ground again.
Right.
Children do what MoCon does.
That's another thing about MoCon I really can't stand, and he's such a hypocrite when it comes to this. See, he can have whatever issues he has with members of his community or lack thereof, but when two adults over on our side have issues, right, and they decide to not speak to each other for a while, oh, we can't come back, you know, later on, you know, and reconvene and let cooler heads prevail and decide, hey, man, this shit is silly. Let's just forget about it. Let's just move on. Let's be cool again. Like, we can't do that, but you can. That's another thing that really irritates me about it.
He's always has been.
Yeah, I get annoyed because all that part of it's left out of the story, and they're buying. The other side's buying what he's selling. You know what I mean? And that's not how it all played out.
Right.
Like I said, he dumped that shit on two people and tried to hide. You know what I mean? Flat out tried to hide and let them take the heat, because at first it was a little heated at first, because, you know, it thought it was, people did think it was like Atrl spreading rumor shit that, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
people were going to be defensive at first because there's no confirmation it's real, right?
Right. People thought it was a hit job.
So people went to defense mode at first, but then as it came out and they didn't know the truth, you know what I mean? That shit was pretty much cleared, and Everybody parted ways with that shit. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he still fucking hid from what he was trying to stir because he was mad about what was done about a reaction and wasn't being let in, so he got petty and dug. Which I don't have a problem with finding receipts, right? I have no problem with him digging and finding the shit about Jekyll at all. That's not my problem. The problem is he dumped it on Nitro to take the heat. Well, you know what I mean, for the shit. And then fucking I sat there and he wouldn't jump up there to confront him, man. He's sitting there saying how horrific it was, but he couldn't man up to call Jekyll out on it.
Right. But it actually all boils down to
anyone who had a channel, anyone who had a platform, because he wanted whoever had a platform to do it out for him.
In all honesty, what it all boiled down to was he was mad at Jekyll because Jekyll gave him an unfavorable reaction. So he tried to put out a hit piece on Jekyll. When he actually found out that the hit piece he was doing on Jekyll was true, he tried to go ahead and use that to make other people not like Jekyll and not have any backup for what he found out was true, which made people question his motives because Jekyll went ahead and pointed out that he only was doing all this because he got an unfavorable review on his music.
Yeah.
Then he started doing the same thing with other people in the community of whenever he had an unfavorable review of his music, he would start claiming, oh, well, you're just like Jekyll or you're friends with Jekyll, so you must be this and you must be that, and just throwing anything against the wall to make it stick to try to make himself look better than them. And it's not holding water. On top of that,
go ahead. Finish your point.
Well, I was going to say, on top of that, anybody on his side of the fence should be looking at how many people are vocal about what happened with that whole situation and Mocon, and be looking at it and going, well, okay, Mocon says this about what happened, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 people that are saying they were around during that time, and what Mocon said is only about a third correct as to what happened, and that there was all this other shit that happened. Maybe we should look into it and talk with these other people and find out all sides of a story before we go ahead and say Mocon is, completely correct.
Yeah.
And all that, which nobody does. Everybody wants to, latch their wagons to a horse and run with it.
Yeah, like I said at the time too, like I said earlier, that a lot of the beefing was between him and Jeff. They were going at it heavy.
Yeah, Jess is the reason why I even heard about Mocon in the first place.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of that also was the fact that Jess was an avid defender of Jekyll.
Yeah.
And anything that anybody said in a negative toward Jekyll, Jess was the first to defend on.
Well, because she loves him.
I was just saying that, these are just the facts that I'm stating. She was always the first to defend him, and she was the closest to him. And anybody that Mocon tried to say anything to about Jekyll, Jess would shut down because of how close she was to him.
Yeah.
And those of us that like to find out about the facts sat back and watched what happened and unfolded and found out the independent research done and saw the facts of the matter and made up our minds to distance ourselves.
What gets me is, the fact he sits there runs the narrative with those morons down there that don't even look at anything, that, saying that we were all still hopping out and hanging out with him after we learned all of it. He says that shit. That's a straight lie.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's a
don't
straight
believe
lie.
it.
And then, like you were saying, is the people that he rocks with don't bother to question and or fact check him or even listen to the other side of the story. They just want to believe that he's the victim and help him play victim
Yeah.
when
I mean,
he's got blame in this whole thing himself. And if you do any digging on his background, you find the evidence to prove it. Whereas you do digging on other people's background that he claims, it's not even the people that he's claiming.
yeah. That's what I tell the other side, the ones that pop in there. I'm like, I really don't give a shit about your opinion. What, because you saw a few snippets in 4 years' time, 4 years ago. You think you know the story?
Right.
Well, like I said, I don't really give a shit about their opinion on the matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Because,
the
a
person
couple of snippets ain't going to tell a story and all that. It's just not.
Yeah,
You're seeing one side, few snippets he took.
Yeah, because what he claims is you on a registry, it's not, because you're a lot younger than that person is.
Oh, they're good with that. They made an argument for that too. Like, oh, but because you attacked him, like, wait, what? Let me get this right. I haven't done anything of the sort like that. And then the
Right.
most I do is call out what he said. These are his own words, and all this shit come out. But he can create something, cut my face out. They'll claim it's me.
Okay.
That's perfectly fine. And
Mandy,
it's not.
we got to fill Mandy in on the situation. Jekyll was an independent rapper that started his own label on YouTube, and he was an ex-army, and he was a recruiter for the military. He ended up getting busted, hitting on and or having relationships with some of the females that he was recruiting that were 16, 17, 18 years old. He told the story that he was at a party and got busted with somebody underage that lied and showed a fake ID to him. That's where Mocon comes in, of having found out that he was on a registry that nobody knew about, tried to claim that, Mocon was the hero and was exposing this child abuser, and none of us that knew Jekyll knew of this. We all thought that, oh well, he was being railroaded because of it being an underage kid that lied and everything else. But when we found out the truth, we stepped away. This person, Mocon, this was 4 years ago, is still to this day claiming that everybody rocked with him, knowing his background when we didn't.
Yeah.
And that's the story of what's going on right now, Mandy. Is Dan and Hillbilly, Mocon is going and looking up registries for their states and finding their names on it, but it's not them. It's just somebody that has a similar name.
Yeah. It's first and last name, but different middle names.
Yeah. And he's claiming that they are, the people that did these crimes and everything, when they're not. But this person, Mocon,
basically a child rapist is what he's accusing me of. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then this person, Mocon, is on a registry because he had a underage girlfriend that ended up going to join the military and got a waiver to get into the military, as long as she went ahead and not talked about it. And it's come out all this and everything, and he claims that he's being lied on and slandered, and he has every excuse under the sun to claim that the registry is faked, that AI and everything else.
That's straight out of his own mouth. Well, like I said, he said it. What took place, that that she was 17 and he was arrested, choked her, and the parents dropped it, you know what I mean, the charges.
Right.
And that's what happened. And the reason why, she was going into the military. That's why the parents didn't want to drag her to the court system. They just moved on with their lives instead of, fighting for it. So the DA dropped it because they didn't have a case without her. So, but
And
at
Mandy,
the same time, he's yelling about Jekyll. You know what I mean? It's a similar shit,
Yeah. The whole thing with Jekyll is he was such a big name on YouTube in the independent rap scene at the time, where everybody and all the reactors knew him. Other big name independent reactors had worked with him, like Crypt and Blindsight and others, that didn't know his background at the time. He blew up and was getting a following, and then when people started digging and finding out about his background, they started distancing themselves. And those of us that knew him had been given a sob story that made us believe that he was the victim and not the actual perpetrator, and once we found out the evidence, we distanced ourselves.
Yep.
But
like
he
I said, he was
guy.
a believable liar. Yeah.
I mean, he dumped some information on some people and then hid in the shadows while they took the heat when they first came out with it. And like I said, anybody's going to be defensive if they think it's some false accusation. There were some that were pissed off, But then, like I said, the information come out, but he was too afraid to go confront Jekyll himself. He wanted to dump it on people for them to do it. He hid behind them, but he's still screaming today like he confronted Jekyll.
Yeah.
Like, no, you didn't confront Jekyll.
And then that's the other aspect of it is it was 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's 4 years ago. He's still screaming today about it.
With Jekyll. Everybody's moved on, but this kid keeps wanting to bring it up and talk about it and make it part of everybody's daily lives to the point where everybody's tired of it.
Yeah.
And that's the whole reason Dan's been stream sniping him, is because Dan told him to stop going live, stop talking about this. Everybody's moved on. Jekyll's not even part of the independent music scene anymore. You basically have won. Why do you keep bringing it up? Move on. And he won't stop talking about it. So Dan started doing his stream snipes because of that, so that he could have proof of what he was talking about in his lives, because he'd get drunk, do his live, shut it down, and private it so that people could not go back and check what he was saying, whether it was true or not, because he himself admitted that he had a record for domestic abuse of a minor.
Yeah, let's see.
And beat her up.
Yeah, let's see. He admitted, he sat there and said in his live stream about it. I had his former boss, who's been friends with him since for a very long time when they were that age. He grew up with, come and sit there and tell me that he came to him at this restaurant they worked at, or the Winn-Dixie, I think it's called. That Mocon walked up to him and said, "Hey, you see, he was so proud to have a girlfriend because he never had a girlfriend. I mean, he wasn't a dude that had girlfriends all the time. So he's proud, and he's like, hey, look at my girlfriend. She's hot. She's 17. He was 25. His boss didn't know how to. It wasn't his boss at the time, one of his bosses. He's like, okay. Thought that was a bit weird, but he's like, yeah, whatever. But he came up on the panel. Well, he did. His wife, was one of his bosses, came up and confessed about it, that she was 17. and then the arrest record of him being arrested. So you put all that together, we're like, okay, you're basically yelling about Jekyll when you did the same shit, if not worse, because you assaulted the girl. So here you are screaming about this dude. You're the same.
Mm-hmm.
You did the same shit.
Yep. He's a hypocrite.
And then he was projecting, telling everybody else that because you were friends with Jekyll, even though we're no longer friends, none of us, with him, that we were just as bad because we were covering everything up. No, we weren't covering anything up. We just didn't have the full story. We didn't have the evidence. Once the full story and the evidence came out, everybody dropped him like a hot potato.
Yep, pretty much.
I straight up obliterated that bridge between me and him way back in 2022.
But again, my issue with him is that the fact he's running around like he brought him down. Like, no, you didn't. You dumped some light information on some people. Let them go out here and confront Jekyll while he hid. That's my problem. He's still running around acting like he's some big savior on confronting Jekyll, and he didn't do that shit. But he yells and screams on a nightly about it, telling these new people who weren't around 4 years ago, you know, like he confronted this guy and we're like super alliance, but the guy still hung out with him after knowing the fact. And, you know what I mean? He's creating a whole narrative there. And he's using a few snippets to try to convince him.
And then when
snippets, because we were up on the panel with the guy, and then granted, this was before we knew the information. But he tells them we knew, and we were still up there rocking with him after knowing the facts. So he's misleading them.
Yeah, and then
they're
like I
dumb
said,
enough to believe it.
And then, like I said, Dan started doing the stream snipes of this guy Mocon whenever he would go live, because he would go ahead and private his lives the next day and claim he never said certain things when he did. And so Dan started stream sniping it for proof that, you know, he was saying what he was saying. And he's recently started claiming that when Dan plays the snipe that he records, that he's created a false narrative himself using AI, which is not the case. He's actually screen recorded the live that the person Mocon did, so that he could have it to play back as evidence to anybody who wanted to hear it. And there was a lot of people who wanted to hear it because he would private his lives so that people could not point out his inaccuracies and his hypocrisies.
Yeah, well, he's talking mad shit on people.
Roland.
He's done everything to threaten people, you know, like he did Tim and them.
And everything, yeah.
Yeah, he's done all kinds of threats and everything else, you know. And yeah, granted, Jekyll was in a different position. The problem we had once we found out was he abused his position of power. Like I said, I only say myself, they're the same because he's screaming about one dude being with an underage. Yet he's, you know what I mean?
With somebody
with another age as well. You know, he did it too. Is what's getting me is the fact that he spends all this time screaming about it when he did the same shit. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
So yeah, basically he confessed. Mandy, to kind of help catch you up, Mocon confessed to being with a 17-year-old while he was at the age of 25, and in the state of Florida where he lives, age of consent is 18. So anything 17 or below, that's still considered a minor by the state of Florida.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, bro? What's going on, fucking?
So,
I mean, people coming from different communities that don't know much can pretty much come in and they're kind of seeing the bigger picture here, what's going on with the guy. And like I said, I do snipe him for that fact because he's always trashing people, threatening people, always trying to create a narrative. He screenshot a bunch of, well, not a bunch, but a few snippets of 4 years, and tries to create this narrative that's not true. Like I said, you look at how long 4 years is, that's a long damn time, and you only seen a few snippets. Anybody can paint a picture with that.
Not to mention,
you're missing
Mandy,
a lot of context out of everything. I mean, the shit he's been doing.
Yeah, not to mention, Mandy, this guy Mocon tried to claim that Alpha was a pedo also because of Alpha having had contact with Jekyll and all that. But
not that Tyler was a pedo, but rather he was a pedo supporter.
Yeah, he was a supporter of it. And we all know Alpha does not rock with that shit. And once he found out the facts about Jekyll, he dropped him also. But this kid Mocon, or I shouldn't even say kid, he's a 30-year-old,
36 now,
30-something-year-old child, keeps bringing up Alpha's name, Jason's name, Dan's name, Hillbilly's name, Jacksonville Joe's name, Holly's name, in this whole story about Jekyll. Oh, and Nitro's name.
He brings everybody's name up.
Basically,
yeah. All the time.
He brings up everybody's name all the time, and people are listening to this and believing his side of the story when he's not telling the truth. He's only telling what he wants people to believe and thinks he's getting over on it, and the people aren't listening to all sides. They're just listening to his side. And it's like I said, if you have one person claiming something against multiple people, and those multiple people are claiming something against that one person, you need to sit and look at all the facts before making a decision, because there's always three sides to a story. There's side A, side B, and somewhere in the middle is the truth.
Yeah, that's it, Ron. He wants attention, but now he don't want it. He kept screaming for our attention all the time. We was trying to leave the boy alone, tell him to go away.
Yeah.
For a very long time, we've told him to leave us alone, go away.
Yeah.
Go do your thing, we do our thing. He won't stop, right. So he's stalked our community for 4 years.
And honestly, Roland, I don't think that he hates the attention that he's getting. I think he eats it up. I think he loves knowing that he has Dan stream sniping him, so he at least has a fan.
Yeah.
And somebody that's listening.
That's how he gets his fix. That's his drug.
Yeah. He's addicted to attention. So he's going to do and say whatever he can to get the attention.
And in his case, it doesn't matter if it's negative or positive. Attention is attention.
Right.
So as long as he gets it, he gets the W.
And that's what I was telling Dan in the early days of him stream sniping. Even though I get him stream sniping, is the more people that engage in him and his lives, stream sniping or antagonizing or trolling or otherwise, the more he's going to keep doing it, because he's getting the attention he wants. Just because a small handful of people are going to go listen to him means nothing in the bigger picture of all of the internet, because the rest of everybody and people who actually have heads on their shoulders are going to go ahead and hear his story. They're going to come to these people individually that he names and ask what the deal is, listen to both sides, and make up their own mind. Some of them may rock with him. Some of them may drop him. But it's the intelligent thing that people should be doing. If you hear somebody's making accusations against people, you go and get the people who the accusations are made on, their side, and make up your own opinion based on both sides' story. Which one's believable, which one's not, which one has facts, which one doesn't, and so on and so forth. That's the intelligent way of doing it all.
My theory is, if he's going to trash my name every night anyway, so I might as well get the entertainment out of it.
No, I get you. And like I said, that's more power to you. I just can't deal with all that because,
Yeah.
Mandy said, she's glad she doesn't know about all the drama. It sounds ignorant, and she's gonna stay that way of not knowing the drama. And I'm like, I'm right there with you. I step in to see what's being said, and I know me, and I know what I'm capable of. I know what my morals and ideals are, and anybody who wants to know them can ask me. And you know, I'm not what he accuses me of, and that's the end of it with me. I just move on.
Yeah, at the end of the day, who cares what some druggie who lives, as Alpha put it, in the middle box, in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere thinks? Because we know what's in our hearts. God knows what's in our hearts. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Right. And like I said, if Dan wants to stream snipe him for his entertainment, that's on Dan.
Yeah, mine's a little more trickier. For the fact that he's putting it out there that I'm this actual other guy around the internet that I do things to children. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
I just can't let this stand. But that's great. That's the great thing about the internet, though. You know what I mean? It's free options. To come over to my channel is a voluntary basis.
Right.
And you come and say what's up to me and bounce. And I never hold it against anybody whatsoever.
Right. Yeah, you don't.
Court. I never go, hey, you didn't hang in my live all night. You know what I mean? That pisses me off. I'm like, I get it. I do.
Right.
I appreciate you stopping by and just saying what's up.
Yeah, and that's like with me. I appreciate you, having the time to stop by because he didn't go live tonight, and us having a chance to talk and bullshit and hang out. I've missed hanging out with my buddy.
Oh, I miss you too, Jerry.
Both of my buddies.
Don't make this gay, Jay.
Very good.
What about I miss my buddies is gay, Dan? Huh?
Pretty gay.
Didn't somebody that you rock with make a song called "I Miss My Buddies"?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Next thing you'll do.
He got you there, buddy.
They'll see it.
Yeah, I'm getting better at this whole trolling. I've gotten better at this whole trolling thing.
Next thing you know, Jay's gonna go get hog tattooed underneath his lip. Get ready, y'all.
Nope. For the record, I am a fence sitter. I am sitting back and watching whether or not there's going to be an exchange back and forth between, hog and church, and listen and give my opinion on who I think had the better songs. If there is only one side of the songs, then there is only one side of the songs. But if there is a back and forth, I will give my opinion independently. I am neither Creek Squad nor Hog. However, I listen to both music.
Well, I'm
hate crime to me.
Oh, fucking! I don't know if you saw my community post, but I got my new Upchurch hoodie.
Oh, hell yeah! The one with the cricket on it?
Huh?
One with the cricket on it?
Nah, it's church's logo with him holding the guitar and it says Upchurch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amy got the one that's got the cricket on it, the cover of the album. It's got the farmhouse on the back or whatever.
Nah, I got the one that has his logo on it. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you saw his latest video where he was reacting to that one reactor, but he was wearing the burgundy one with his logo on it. That's the one I have.
He's come out with some Hard Boy Creek Squad merch. Like, for real.
Hell yeah.
He needs to come out with that shit. But he's just starting, I get it, but just create his own designs and whatnot. But yeah, he needs to come out with that. I do think it's funny Amy got the one with the cricket on the front of the sweater in the house, and when people say it, they ask her, like, why do you have a roach on your sweater? She's like, it's a cricket.
She's like, no.
Yeah, I will have to admit, and Amy knows it. Amy hijacked my stream last night bad.
Yeah, I know.
How's that different than every other night when she's on?
Oh no! Last night she went full ham hijack.
Yeah,
So,
she was like telling him to pause the
I felt like
video to talk
Passenger
about what was
57.
being
It was a real
said,
hijacking.
all that kind
She
of
been
hijacking.
doing that so fucking.
Oh, she went full ham. She was like snipping screenshots and throwing them up when she wanted to. She was dropping music. She just went full ham takeover. I was like, what the hell are you doing, woman?
Dan would be playing music or an audio clip of
ready to kill
Motown,
her.
and
I
she'd be
swear I
talking
was.
right over top of it.
She was like, "It's my stream now." Mer.
Pretty much, that's what happened. I was like, Amy, they can't hear. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. 30 seconds later, right back into it. It was like,
yep, Mer.
Yep. I was ready to kill her last night. She knows that too. It's like, you hijacked my screen. You really did. I mean, I'm used to her talking, and people get a kick out of watching Amy wild out up there, but you went full ham.
You know what was bad, Jason? There was a couple of times when Dan was like, Amy, go to bed.
Yeah, I did tell her to go to bed.
Because
at one point, I think I was trying to kick her off my stream.
Mm-hmm,
yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, I told Amy, I said, you don't stop, I'm kicking you out of my stream.
I think fucking's having enough now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was about ready to boot her ass last night. Like I said, she knows all this, but she was killing me last night. I was like, I'm kicking you off the stream if you keep it up.
Right.
Yank all your privileges.
But yeah, my advice is if he ever starts getting old to you and it starts boring you, just stop stream sniping him and even going over there. Stop giving him the views.
But look what he's done so far, you know what I mean? So this is kind of the proof I'm getting to him now, because he's doing more damage to his channel, right? I mean, he's already changed it where I can't rewind it. Okay, so he's already made one change. Then he follows it up, right, where he started with 10 minutes that you had to be subscribed to him for 10 minutes. Now it's 20 minutes, and he's got it all up to 30 minutes now. I'm like, well, that pretty much destroys, like, any chance of new people coming in. If people want to see that with no movement, they're not going to sub to that shit. They're just be able to chat in the chat that's not active, really.
Not stream sniping.
Yeah, so he's already doing that damage, and the next thing you know, he's talking about he's just going to record the live behind the scenes and put it out as a video. It's just like, okay, now you're pretty much about ready to shut down and not do live streams altogether, really. You're just going to record it. That's not a live stream, that's a video. So he's just doing more and more, you know what I mean, trying to avoid me, and I'm just laughing my ass off. Like, keep damaging yourself there, sissy twink.
Right. But I was just saying, if you ever get bored with it, that's the way to go, is to just, not bother with him, not name him, not mention him, not stream snipe him, nothing, just completely ignore him.
Hell, there was one point we was just like, me and Amy was not even talking about him. We was talking about all kinds of other random shit, and he came in. I guess he got bothered that we weren't talking about him.
Right. Yeah.
He was like, they're not talking about me.
Yeah. That's the thing. See, when you try to ignore him, which we have, then he still comes in. Like, he still comes in because he wants the attention. That's what I'm saying. The attention, that's his drug. He has to have it.
Right.
Yeah, it's like Amy is going off like, hey, motherfucker, we weren't even talking about you.
But that's the drug, like you said. He's trying to get that attention. When you get into it, that gives him what he wants.
Yeah. He needs his fix.
Whether you're giving him good or bad attention, he needs a fix. And the best thing to do with somebody like that is to ignore them. Yeah, they're going to continue talking shit, but they're going to sound more and more unhinged to the point where people aren't going to want to rock with them.
I mean, there was a point where he got so pissed off that he put out all those 67 diss tracks or whatever the fuck those were supposed to be, and when nobody responded to him, he got really mad. And I'm like, see, look, That's it right there. You gotta just not pay him any attention because then he gets even more mad when you don't give him any attention.
Yeah, there will be a time, fucking. I swear, there'll be a time I will move on.
Right, I know, and I'm just saying, that was just me giving you advice of, if you ever did want to, anytime in the near future, that's what you have to do. You have to completely ignore him, and whenever he tries to come in and engage with you, you have to stop yourself from engaging because you're just feeding that addiction he has.
Yeah, there was a point, like I said, I wasn't fucking with him at all. Just letting him do his thing. But like I said, he was still trashing our names in the worst possible way, and it was still getting back to me. You know what I mean? Even though I wasn't there, I'm like, bro, we're not even following this dude, and he still can't stop. He can't stop
The
himself.
other thing is you got to tell people that are coming to you not to tell you about it.
I've been in the trenches long enough with you to see how dude operates. So I'm not telling you stop doing the fucking sniping or whatever and all that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's your thing. You keep doing your thing. I'm just saying that if you really want to let it go, then that is the best way to do it. But until then, hey, do your thing, bro.
Yeah, I'm not telling you to do it anytime soon either.
There's some stuff I got to do first.
I get
gonna wrap it up a little bit.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is, you brought up other people coming to you and informing you that he was talking shit. You got to also put your foot down on that too, because there are people that are out here that are shit stirrers, and they want to see the conflict and the drama happen because it gives them entertainment. And if it's not happening, then they're going to start going and stirring the pot and going to you and telling you what he's saying and going to him and telling him to say more and back and forth just to see it keep going. And you have to put your foot down with those people too. You have to look at see who understands and respects that you don't want to deal with the drama anymore. You're walking away from it. And when those people start telling you, oh, he's at it again talking about you, and you say, I don't care, I don't want to deal with it, and they leave it alone, then those are cool people. But if they could go, oh, he's at it again, and he's at it again, and he's at it again after you've told them, those are the shit stirrers. Those are the people you have to cut out of your life.
Those are the people who don't have anything going on with their lives, so they want to watch someone else have to deal with some bullshit.
Right. Exactly. But like I said, as long as you're enjoying what you're doing,
as I can.
Yeah, and like I said, as long as you're enjoying what you're doing, keep doing you, buddy.
Yeah.
It's your thing to do. It's your entertainment.
I get my days off. I try to hang around my people.
No matter what, fuck, I'm always gonna fuck with you. You know what I mean? We always gonna be homies, dude. That is not changing.
Yeah.
Bet. Because at the end of the day, y'all know I'm a troll. It's what I do.
Yeah. Yeah. And for all the panel killer comments and the I'm some kind of serial killer in my shed comments or whatever between HBR, Joe, you, Holly, me. I've known y'all the longest of anybody on this platform, so I'm gonna have y'all's back on shit.
Yeah. I may not agree with it, but we do understand
in every sort of way. But I've always supported y'all and had y'all's back. I may be y'all's stalker, but I stalk y'all for good, not evil.
Well, you're supposed to be the serial killer, so why are you making me go through this shit when you can handle this business pretty quickly?
Well, at least Jay finally confessed and admitted that he's a stalker.
Jay, they say you're a panel killer. I still let you up on my panel slugging.
Oh, yeah, I know. Everybody does. But, and HBR called me a stalker and glad that I was stalking somebody else. But at the same time, I don't take offense to that. I have been stalking everybody that I'm friends with because I support y'all. I want to see y'all do good.
Well, it's official. It's official. I feel both equally loved and equally creeped out. Thanks a lot, Jay.
You're welcome. That's my job. That's what I'm
And
here
just
for.
rolling about. Yeah, I done scared Rowan off. Sorry, Rowan, didn't mean to scare you off, man. Had to be Jay, the panel killer.
Of course. Actually, it's probably the time because
Rowan probably seen me post that link in the community post. Popped in.
it's 1:09 Central
Rowan's the
Time,
homie.
so it's probably 2 a.m. Eastern Time. So.
Oh
No,
shit!
there's
Yeah,
Rowan.
you did a 2.5 hour stream.
So far, yeah.
Yeah.
Jay showing
No, Rowan's still there. Peeping Tom.
I mean, I've done 4 and 5 hour streams before, but usually it's with a larger panel
Shit,
for a lot longer.
I don't even want to get into how long I've had to do streams for. Jeez.
Oh, I know. You had that, what, the 12? I think Dan had a 12 or 14 hour one.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, he did go the distance.
It's kind of hard to do those streams too, because I ain't a very vocal person most of the time. I'm quiet, so here I'm sitting there doing 6-8 hour streams. Thank God Sissy Twink does all the talking. I couldn't do it.
Yes, there's times that I popped in and you're just listening to whatever he's saying and making no commentary, and I'm half convinced that you've fallen asleep listening to him.
No, there's times, yeah, I'm just like, ugh. And then there's times I'm laughing in the back. You can't hear it, but I am laughing over here.
Right. I'm sure. It's just like the same thing with
Try not to laugh, but I can't help it to laugh over the mic, man. Sometimes it's just too much. I gotta bust out laughing.
Yeah,
I usually
it's the
laugh,
same
but
thing
I
with
keep it
Menace's
quiet.
lives. There's times where Menace gets on his horse and he starts ranting and raving and going off on weirdos in the community, and I just have to sit back and go, okay, I don't really think I want to be involved in this one today.
Oh shit, Rowan's working.
Yeah, and then there's times where Menace is on one where I go, okay, somebody needs to go up there and change his mood and attitude and get him thinking about other things instead of how pissed off he is at the moment.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. It's all Donald Trump's fault.
Trying to be everybody's buddy.
It's all your dog's Trump's fault.
Yep, it's absolutely his fault. If I wouldn't lay down and leave me the fuck alone, dog drives me crazy. It's like the moment I start screen sniping, he wants to come over here and piss me off, won't leave me alone. It's like, he knows when I start screen sniping. He don't do this shit all day. He waits till I start the phone up.
Well, that's not your fault, Fuggin, because you're such a lovable Fuggin for your dog.
Well, it's a constant battle between Amy and Trump.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say Dan's got the dog Trump, and then Alpha used to have Donald J. Trashcan, but gave it the Simple.
As a matter of fact, I haven't even talked to Amy on the phone tonight. He's probably passed out at this point. It's alright though. She's grounded anyway, so she'll have to deal with it.
She's grounded?
Yeah, she's grounded after last night, so.
Ooh, so she won't be on the next panel?
Yeah, she'll be on the next panel, but she's grounded.
Ah, shit.
Like, even if I get aggravated, my old lady, it don't last long.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm probably gonna be shutting it down soon.
No. It's all good, Pug.
Yep.
I just very come over and chill. It seemed like, some people were jumping out, and so I figured and give you company, bro. Yeah.
I appreciate it. It's no biggie. I always enjoy your company, Dan. You're always welcome here.
Yeah, so hook me over the wrench then.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
I don't think
I gotta go back into the live and do that.
Okay.
But I will once I go ahead and
yeah, I'll be honest. The reason I like
wrenches, I'll jump in there
not,
and do that.
I don't really time people out or block anybody with a wrench when I got a wrench. I just like having a wrench because it allows you to be able to speak more freely without having to do the hide your comment bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason I give everybody a wrench on my channel is just the ability to speak. You know what I mean? Where it's not being fucked with.
Right. I get
And the
you.
power. I usually have to give everybody a lecture though, like do not time out or block Sissy 20.
Right.
He is the guest of honor. He is not to be timed out or blocked.
Right.
Well, before I would only block like their alt accounts because I want them to come on their real accounts.
Well, that's what he does. I don't even mind the alt accounts because some of the names are hilarious. I'm telling you, that comes through there. The troll accounts on my comments, the names they come up with, has me cracking up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I bet. But yeah, when I go to close out, Dan, I'm gonna need you to type something in the chat so that I'll be able to find it quick enough to make you a mod.
Let's see if it'll let me do it up here.
If I haven't given you a wrench, Jason, you can do the same thing.
Yeah, it's not letting me, so I have to jump out and do it. It seems to not let me comment.
Okay, well, I'll give you a few minutes once I announce that I'm gonna shut it down for you to jump out and go right in the comment section so I can find it quick. Because what I'll have to do is not sign out, jump out and go to YouTube while it's still live, give you the wrench, and then hop back in and close it out.
That'll work. I'll jump out and leave a comment.
I see you, Jason.
After I get off here, I'll probably go watch some porn.
I feel you. But I guess you can go ahead and hop out and put that in the chat because I'll go ahead and I'll go and give you all your wrenches and then come end it.
All right, fucking. I appreciate you having me up, man.
Not a problem. I appreciate you coming up. Always good to hang out with people that I know.
Again, appreciate it. Yep, I'm going to bounce out. Jason?
Yes, sir.
Pleasure as always.
Yes, sir.
Later, fuckins.
Have a good one.
Cree Squad, motherfuckers.
RAPC.
And like I said, hold it down for a second, Jason, while I go and give you all wrenches.
All right. So you want me to stay here till you get back?
Okay. Y'all see me? Y'all hear me? Yeah, I gave Roland a wrench also. I gave Dan a wrench and Jason had a wrench. So I appreciate everybody that came out. And I'm going to shut her down. We'll talk to y'all later.